Hey everyone, this is Senior Stationery, and today's review is gonna be on the range of eraser pens from Pelikan. So these are sold or have been sold in the Mexican market. Let's get a look of them. Thank you, Lego Man. So these are the first one. These are the older ones. These have a more vintage mechanism similar to the ones from the Staedtler's Mars Razor. Those who are older or familiar with Staedtler will know what I mean. This was the older mechanism type of eraser pens of the earlier ones from the 1960s and 70s, where you just have the full plastic body and you have the grip area and you push it back and you have the teeth, and then you adjust how much length you want it, and then you pull back and then you securely, and then you can erase. This one's still currently sold. I mean, despite being a very vintage type of mechanism, I think it's sells pretty good. It's very cheap. This is one of the cheapest Pelikan models sold here in the Mexican market. This is called the borrador para lápiz suave, or basically eraser for soft eraser for pencil. Basically it's all white and white classic eraser, nothing special about it. Then we also have, and this one is still also produced. I don't know why. This is kind of rare, but I mean it's nice that they still make kind of this odd old vintage ones. This is the borrador para tinta, or the eraser for ink. I like this one in the blue, the type of light blue from Pelikan logo. And this one is an ink eraser. As you can see, when they're new they come slanted. This is what they come by, slanted. This has been used, so it's not slanted anymore. So this is for ink. I believe this kind of ink is for typo, for typewriter ink. Not really. I don't think this is really for technical pens. At least I tried it and I didn't saw that it erased that nice, as well as it leaves way too much dust. So I think this is mostly more for typewriter ink. And oddly, but they still are making this one, or has just recently been stopped produced, but still a pretty odd eraser. And this one is also an older one, as you can see by the type, the font. This is more older, like from the 90s. This is also an old stock from Pelikan, from a shop I saw. And this one's called Happy Eraser para Tinta. There's also a neon yellow one, which is the regular eraser, but it came with a pink eraser. But I haven't bought that one, so I need to get that one later on. And there also used to be a red barrel one, which came with a pink eraser, just like the BR40 or BR80, which are famously known as the two-tone blue and reddish or pinkish eraser. Also called Happy Eraser, except that the barrel is different color. So this one's older, as you can see, has a neon color grip, very much 1990s, as you can see. I tried this one. This one is not slanted. This is not new because I tried the ink eraser once. It's very messy. I don't know exactly why it will erase. Maybe just typewriter, and that's kind of odd because you don't really use typewriter anymore. Maybe like an old type document, but I mean, this is very rare, so you don't really see this that much. Then eventually during the late 90s, early 2000s, we have, well, the classical click eraser. This is the fluo click eraser. Fluo because the barrel's in fluorescent colors. There were several colors of this one. I believe there was pink, this one orange, green, and blue. This is the typical shape, same as the Papermate, as you can notice, and I discussed on a previous video. Has the tri shape here with a gripping area, cylindrical barrel, and retractable type, just like a propelling pencil. So this is a good mechanism. I really like this type of mechanism more than a clicking from the click eraser from Pentel, which has made it very popular. But I think really this is the best of the mechanism, the one that just propels the eraser more precisely. So this was during the 90s, and then they also had this one. This is the updated one. This is the earlier one because it has the bolder Pelikan font. So this is the older one, probably from 90s, and then they can do this one. So this is also the same one. as I said, oh, I didn't specify. These previous ones were made in Mexico, are made in Mexico. These ones I believe are made in China. I don't think these were made in Mexico, but I might be wrong. As newer ones are made in China, so I kind of assume these ones were also made in China. And then there's also this one, the older one. This one's like the business-like. That's why it's a black barrel. They always, Pelikan tends to have usually an office type product and like a school or for school type. So this was the school type or for kids, the neon one. And the black one was like the business-like. So again, this is regular size eraser. You might refill it with other brands like from Paper Mate, Sanford, Sakura, maybe Mappet. All the other ones who have the traditional this type of diameter, maybe even Staedtler even. So that's a good thing that this has become a very widely available and sized refill, so you can get a refill. And then sometime in the 2000s, Pelikan redesigned completely its style. As you can see, it's sort of cylindrical with a slanted part on the top, the clips fully plastic. This feels, I mean, it's nice style wise, but I think the plastic's kind of flimsier. I think this one's more sturdier. This is more ABS plastic. This is a more flimsier, breakable plastic. You pull this out and you can refill the eraser on top and then have it make a click so you have it secure, the cap. Or you might as well refill it from the bottom. I feel these teeth from this newer one are more flimsier, more breakable, so you have to be careful with that. Again, this is the business one. It's black plastic with some rubberized part here for gripping. So basically you will grip it like this, the slanted part with your thumb and the other parts here with the gripping area. So that's how you will secure it. And on the clip you have in silver print Pelikan click eraser. It's also refillable. This one kind of drops very easily the eraser, so you have to be very careful, be more precise. And they also release, well, the school type one. As I said, they also always use like translucent colors for the school type. So again, this one, oh, this one doesn't drop that easily, but still you have to be very careful. You can see the mechanism over here. You see the spring, the retractable area. So this is the currently one still being produced. I believe this is made in China, same as this one. This is the business one. I believe this one has been dropped, the business one, and they have just left the school one, at least here in the Mexican market. So let's give a quick test. How do these erasers erase? I'm gonna show you with 3 types of pencils. Let's see how this works. First, the 3H Conte. This is a 3H Conte. So let's check the white eraser, the older click eraser and newer click eraser. And we'll do a Staedtler Norica HB. So that will be this, the HB. Okay. And now the Faber-Castell 9000 in 7B. Okay, so first let's try this one, the vintage one, eraser stick. Let's see how this goes. 3H. Still some shadow. It's fairly okay, not that great, but let's see HB. Still some shadow. It's not perfect, but it's fairly acceptable, maybe for school notes. Then the 7B. Okay, no, this is really messing it way too much. Barely erases. So no, I don't recommend this one. No, hardly ever erases, so no. Now let's see this one, the vintage click eraser fluo. This one, let's see.